All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to East of Eden, where we are playing Ubar. And some of you may have noticed, those of you with eagle eyes, that this turn is marked final, because indeed it is the last turn of the game. And so we are within 20 turns of it all ending, and let us see how this crazy shit show plays out. The important milestones are at turn 110, is when Cataclysm comes online. Before it, around turn 108, bad things start happening as the game warms up to Cataclysm. And then we basically have a huge shit show until it finally ends. So buckle down. Get a coffee, and let's watch how this all plays out. So message from Ubar. First, the glorious chant from the desert tribes of Ubar. The next song shall be monkeys shall ring the treetops. Oh, first, okay, this actually is from me. I'm sending it to everybody. First, this is the glorious chant of the desert tribes of Ubar. Next, the songs of the monkey shall ring from the treetops. And this is basically me saying that, hey, we're putting up Nexus, and they're going to put up Gifted Nature's Bounty. Actually, I think what had happened is he didn't have the paths or something to put it up that turn, like his caster wasn't in a lab or something. I don't remember what it was, but it would have to go up next turn. Which, for me, is phenomenal, because it means I'm going to get gem income from him putting up Gift of Nature's Bounty. Which is going to be great. It's like a bonus 100-something pearls. So we're pretty ecstatic about that. Okay, we caught somebody mind hunting. Excellent. And we have a bunch of battles. So, Shaitan on Shaitan violence. We have Vampire Lord run into a bunch of Centaur, and he wins. Oh, wait, no, he loses. Even though he kills most of the Centaurs. I would say this is still a win. We have battle here we're raiding, we're successful. Here, we're running in and dying. Pretty sure the Flame Spirit killed him. Oh, Centaur did. Well, hard to say. Okay, Minotaur Lord. Here our vampires get wrecked. Ubar attacking Pangaean Omnia. I think we had a Ring of Returning on the Sultan. Okay. And I think like that, I think we're fine. You know, the casual tax of losing 30 to 50 units a turn. Great. And we're also getting reasonably close to this throne. And this throne is a good throne for me to target because it's away from Pangaea. You know, not from Pangaea, from the monkeys. The monkey border is like way back here. So I've got a pretty good claim on it if we're going to be killing Pangaea off. We've also cracked Pangaea's capital, and I don't think he honestly has that much to defend. He's got this squad, which has some Pegasus riders, but otherwise it's mostly a bunch of hot, steaming garbage. And so we're going to be bringing everybody for this fight. We're going to be doing Storm Power, Thunder Strikes, Life for Life. I don't remember if I have an Army of Goldcaster. We got Mass Regen going off on this dude. I think he actually gets Seduced this turn, if memory serves. Yeah, turn 1 Army of Gold. A bunch of stuff happening. But this is the most important thing that's going to happen, is this battle for Pangaea. If we get it, you know, eventually if we kill his gods, his bless is going to be offline. Well, that's not true. I think it's imprisoned, so that won't be the case. But his gods will be offline. And we're doing a decent job keeping some of these forts locked down. But yeah, that's basically it. And we've got Nexus up. So what we're doing is we're wishing... So we're casting Ritual of Returning on him right now because he's got Nexus. I don't want him to die. And so if somehow he gets assassinated or something, we're going to have a protection against that. One thing I'm going to do that's a mistake is we're going to summon Kuthkul, which is a squid hero, to be our next Wishcaster. And I should have just empowered another Golem because Astral Corruption was coming and I wasn't thinking about it. Okay, so that's turn 100. Let's go to turn 101. because the way we're going to, there's different ways you can use Arcane Nexus. The way we're going to use it is we are going to, okay, we're missing 101. It's not that big of a deal. We're not going to go get it. The way I'm going to use it, okay, that's it. So it took him 2 turns for whatever reason. But he has now stolen Gift of Nature's bounty. And I think from that, this is probably the turn we get a huge amount from Nexus. Yeah, look, we got 300 pearls from that because he did a huge cast and we've been casting a ton of shit. The way we're using it is we're spending all of our gems that we can every turn, except I'm hoarding water, which I think we're going to stop. Or maybe I just had a surplus built up because we're going to be summoning a bunch of Marids with the water gems. And basically the idea is Nexus is going to bring in a lot of pearls. We turn those pearls into other gem types. We spin the gem types to give us back more pearls. And it's not a cycle that like infinitely loops and that like, it's not like a free energy machine exactly. But what you're basically doing is you're taking all of the pearls you get as income from Nexus, and you're using it to turn it into each pearl into basically 2 gems of the other type. Or not, yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. You're basically getting more of the other kinds of gems than pearls. So it's like inverse alchemy, whereas normally you take a death gem and you can turn it into like half a pearl, 2 death gems into 1 pearl. Here we can take like 1 pearl and turn it into almost 2 death gems. But we're going to do that by making all the gem types at once. So we're basically, instead of getting our income in pearls from Nexus, we're getting our income in gems from other types by casting Wish. And then when we spend all those gems, we get a rebate in pearls. Now the rebate that we get is less than so let's say this. Let's say I spend 100 pearls and you get 25 gems of each type. So it's going to be, if you excluding, you don't get blood slaves. And we'll take out the 25 you get in pearls, and we'll say it costs 75. So 75 pearls buys you 150 pearls. I mean, 150 of the other gem types. Sorry, that's the 2-to-1 thing. When we spend the 150, the amount of pearls you get back from spending 150 gems is not going to be 75. It's going to be half of 75. We'll get 35 gems back. So it's a strong rebate, but it's not like an infinite money machine. But what it does mean is with the extra income that you're getting from Nexus from like other players, you can turn that into a very large amount of gem production. This is my favorite way to use Nexus. Though there certainly are other ways that you can do it. Like you can actually spend the pearls directly. The other thing that's nice about doing like the Wish Nexus engine, which is what I'm doing, is that gem types become more or less interchangeable because you end up alchemizing a lot back to pearls, and you get to choose which kind you alchemize. And so you can try to control a certain type of global. We're going to start, we haven't started it yet. We're going to start trying to control nature gems. And my goal is going to be to steal Gift of Nature's bounty at some distant point once we've killed Pangaea. Now this, you may say, okay, well that's a dirty, dastardly trick. Well, not really. It's a gamble. And it's a gamble I'm not sure how it's going to pay off. And the thing is for this to work for me, I have to be able to keep running my Wish engine, which means spending all of my pearls, all of my gems. I have to keep running that while Cataclysm's up, which is going to be very challenging. And it's going to mean many mages are going to die. The other thing that it's going to mean is, I have to survive while also saving nature gems. But Kael'thasa has to not win before that happens. And for me to take Gift of Nature's bounty, I'm going to need like 700 or 800 nature gems. And that is a long way off from where I am now. Even with Arcane Nexus, and right now I only have one Wishcaster, right? But even once I get 2 or 3 Wishcasters, it'll still be a good long number of turns off. And my nature income isn't very good. It's only 20. It's my lowest type. So there's a very good chance Kael'thasa can just win. I mean, I want to remind you how strong, and in some ways it's a mistake, me letting Kael'thasa control Gifted Nature's Bounty. You know, they can spam out Sacreds at every single fort, and these Sacreds are great in the late game. And their mages are excellent too. So, I mean, Kael'thasa is going to be running on like crack cocaine for the next like 20 turns while they've got Gift of Nature's Bounty up. They're going to have so much money. And Kael'thasa actually, unlike me, where they've got a lot of infrastructure built out, they've been growing slowly, kind of organically, rather than me like scraping by and grabbing stuff when I can. They've got excellent Dominion control. They've got their Dominion and a bunch of my lands over here. And what this all means is they're going to have a high amount of candles, so they're going to be getting pretty close to the maximum benefit you get out of Gift of Nature's Bounty. You know, like this is a 7 province, 7 candles. This one's almost certainly going to be 10. But yeah, so that's kind of the global gamble. Is I'm trying to get to a point. So we're both going to be killing Pangaea in the meantime. Because Pangaea has he only has Wrath of God. He doesn't have any other globals. And we're both going to be kind of whacking at him. But the gamble that I'm making is that eventually, by the time Pangaea is dead, but before Kalos is won, I can steal Gift of Nature's Bounty from him. Okay, he moves a guy on top of here. Oh, we have a big battle on top of Pangaea, and it looks like I lose. Yeah, this is the motley crew. I did not think he had much left, but apparently he does. Is that Acid Storm? That looks like Acid Storm. Yeah, Acid Storm. Okay. We have got an army of gold off, so that's going to help with Acid Storm a lot. And I don't have enough meat in front of my mage line. That's kind of a problem here. He's got a lot of meat. And once this little thin line of troops I have dies, they get to our mages, and bad things start happening. And so this is a pretty catastrophic loss. I mean, he lost some stuff, but we lost a ton. We lost 9 Shaitan, a Marid. We lost our Troll King with all our gear, and we lost a ton of stuff. We killed some of his stuff, but while this would have been catastrophic earlier, it could be worse. I mean, we've got Arcane Nexus. We're going to be spewing out eagles and stuff. Like, look at all these eagles we're making here. We're just going to be pouring resource. We're going to be taking all our gems. We're going to be spending them, turning them into military power, and then we're going to be trying to wreck Pangaea with them. So, is this painful? Yes. Is it something we can't recover from? No. We're going to be moving here, spamming life for life, because I assume he's going to take this Pangaean army, move it on top of this fort after this big victory he's had. And hopefully we can snipe some of his important commanders, though we'll, of course, see how that actually goes. And so let's go ahead and go to turn 102. Oh, that was 102. Somehow we're missing a turn. One second. Was this... Did I put 101 in the 102 bucket? Okay, I did. So... we didn't miss a turn there, but we're about to miss a turn as I go to turn 103. Which, there's probably some super epic fight we missed, but that's just the way things go. Here he steals a Wraith Lord from me, goddamn bastard. This was with Charm Spam, so it looks like he's finally gone on advance and cast spells. Let's actually see how this happens. Yeah, he's got people in advance, and they're gonna charm my dude. So that's what happens. Bunch of rating. We only get 80 pearls from Nexus this time, which isn't great. Let's go take a look at our setup now. We've got a few golems, because I've realized now that, like, holy shit, Cataclysm's coming. I'm gonna have to get like a golem factory set up. This guy, I've got 2 wish casters, which is great. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use this guy once Cataclysm starts, so probably would have been better to just empower a golem. But I'm going to start empowering these guys in other things. Not right now, but I want to have them around. And we're basically going to be... The mission is to try to spend as many of our gems as we can every turn. And I don't know if I've started with Flames from the Sky. We're about to start, because you can see I've got a bit of a fire bank. I'm going to start just mowing stuff down with Flames from the Sky. And we have, you know, easily spammable Fire Forecasters, which with 1 booster, they can cast Flames from the Sky. And we'll just start mowing these armies down in the magic phase. That's why I'm not really that worried. And with all this power and magic, we're going to just be punishing. This was a pretty scary army, which I don't think we will win against. So we're actually moving these guys over here. We're going to kind of just dance around while the fact... Like, Nexus hasn't paid for itself yet. Like, if you look at all the gems I spent in it, I haven't gotten a ton of military power out of it yet. So I need to kind of let it run for a few turns. So we're not going to be looking... I mean, we tried to take Pangaea because it looked really juicy, but time is on our side, is what I'm trying to say. And if we had gone for the more greedy approach of spending those gems on military power instead of putting up Nexus, we'd be a lot stronger than we are right now. So, yeah, we're just doing a little duck and dodge as we continue to raid around. But yeah, that's basically that. Let's go ahead and go to turn 104. The other reason, guys, that I'm kind of going through these quickly is I kind of want to get to the other series. We've got some cool series coming up. Hitting me with, I think there's Blight or something. I don't even know. Is diseasing my guys. I actually... You can see a fair number of our dudes got diseased. Some of them, like the guys I care about, like a Shaitan or something, I would send back. I've got healers, so it's not actually that big of a deal. We cast Wish. Huge amount of magic gems appear in the laboratory. Excellent. Casting Plague of Locusts. We cast Wizard Tower. That's one of the ways we're spending our Earth gems. And I'm trying to get temples built. But this turn, Pangaea, who's basically been shitting up the world by, like, Dom's, blood sacrificing his horrible dominion everywhere with Dark Skies, though that he doesn't have Dark Skies up quite now. He has put up Utter Dark, and that will mostly cancel out the benefit of Gift of Nature's Bounty. And it's going to kind of help me in that a lot of my stuff's good in the dark. But it does, in some ways, jeopardize my alliance with Kailasa, because, well, basically, now I'm the only one with the game-winning global, because Nexus is in effect, but Gift of Nature's Bounty is down. So anyway, that's a pretty important thing. That's actually, it's really good for me that he put that up. I mean, it's good for both him and me, but it's way better for me than it's for Pangaea. Because right now, it puts me in a game-winning position. Which is great. I think Kalos is going to try to not overcast it, to dispel it. But I'm not totally sure. Either that or we kill Pangaea's god. It's not going to stay up that long. But while it's up, it's a kind of big deal. And we've got a big army here. We've cracked this. We're going to go ahead and move on top of this throne. And this is a little risky because we don't really have retreat routes. But who needs those? And we've got a force coming in potential, not to defend this, but I don't know. But you can see we're getting eagles here. where are all these guys going? Oh, they're going here to do a life for life trap on top of this fort. So when these guys come in, we'll hopefully kill some of the commanders. But yeah, that's a pretty big happening. Utterdark going up, going to dramatically change the game for Kailasa. And of course it means I can't, the other thing it means is I was going to do this temple spam, fort spam where, we cast Wizard Tower a bunch, we get a bunch of forts, and that will allow me to protect some temples. Cause good luck trying to keep an unforted temple up in this raid war. But where did I do it this time? We built one here, but I can't actually build a temple here because I have no goddamn money. Because we got 3,000 upkeep and 1,000 income. It also means we're going to lose some troops. 71 units have deserted. So our army graph's probably going to be going down a bit. But we're kind of okay. We're stable. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next turn, turn 105. And this might be the last one for this episode. And by the way, we've been having funny discussion in the game channel for this the whole time. I had really been looking for a meme of a kid having diarrhea in a swimming pool. Because that's basically what Pangaea has been like for the past 40 turns. They're like, okay, we're going to Dom spread, and then we're going to do Dark Skies. And then we're going to do Wrathful Skies with Dom spread. Not Wrathful. We're going to do Wrath of God while blood sacrificing and having their dominion everywhere. And then they're like, we're going to put up Utterdark. He's about to put up Dark Skies again. He's basically just defecating as fast as he can in all directions. At least that's certainly what it seems like. Now, we have finally unleashed the Flames from the Sky cannon. We have targeted it here on top of this throne, where he had a fair amount of stuff. And we've hit it thrice. And this will be enough to murder most everything he has inside. And we've moved a huge contingent of dudes on top. And we're going to try to take it. Will it work? I don't know. But we're going to try. And we have also moved on top of this throne. The silver lining here, we are going to try to storm. There's a few nice things about it. This province can't really get here. So he can consolidate basically from 2 provinces, I think. Maybe from this one too, but mainly from here and here. And you had better believe that we are firing our Flames from the Sky cannon. We've got 4 Flames from the Sky cannon all going off on 186. Which, guess which province 186 is? It's right here. So we're going to reduce this entire stack to a big heaping pile of ruin as we go to storm this. So I'm actually pretty confident we can win this battle. I'm less confident about winning this one. Because I don't really know what's inside. But we'll see. Yeah, Utterdark is still up. We've got a decent contingent of dudes here. 500 siege strength, so we could still one turn pop Pangaea's capital. We're not doing it yet. I'm not quite sure why. We might wait for another salvo of Flames from the Sky to do it. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and tune back in next time as we do probably everything leading up to Cataclysm in one episode. So see you then.